Good morning, I'm Sharon from Sharon's Shed Signs and Designs. Come in, say hi, let me know where you're watching from or how your weather is or anything you want to tell me. I am going to be using this cute piece of rice paper from Decoupage Central called Santa in a Chimney, and I've got then another cute short project, so I hope you can join me. Just come in and say hi. Let me get us brought up on my iPad. There I am. Let's see. Okay, I don't see any comments yet, but I can see that there's a few people on. Anyway, I'm going to be using this rice paper. It's called Santa in the Chimney, and the link to it is in the description of the live. It's from Decoupage Central. It's about 11 by 14. I cut the border off instead of tearing it today. So my board, I taped the edges off, and I know it's not perfect, but I wanted underneath my rice paper to be white, and I don't want my edges to be, so I kind of taped it off, kind of, sort of, not real well, but I think it'll work. So, let's see. Excuse me, I'm still trying to see comments. Okay, so anyway, say hi. Let me get this started painting. There's not a whole lot of painting to today's project, either one of them, but I'll get that done and dried. So what are you guys up to this gloomy looking Thursday here in South Central Illinois? Anyway, we had a lot of rain yesterday, and it was in the 50s, and rain was kind of cold. I had to take Jim for therapy, and of course I got soaked, and it just kind of the cold just kind of goes right through you when it's raining, because it wasn't all that cold, but it felt like it was. I almost always like to paint white under my rice paper. It makes the paper stand out more and be brighter. This has a bit of a knot hole, a couple of them, but I didn't seal them. I don't when I'm putting rice paper or something over the top. So, if you guys started Christmas shopping yet, are you getting ready for Thanksgiving, or what you up to? I actually did some Christmas shopping online yesterday. I'm not so much of a big shopper to go out to the stores anymore, plus I can't leave Jim for a whole long time, so most of mine's going to be online. See if I see any comments. Yeah, I do. Hey, good morning, Cheryl. Hey, Mary, I'm glad you caught me live too. How are you? Hey, Janice, how are you? It's good to see you guys. Is it rainy where you're at? We're supposed to be done with the rain. It's just gray outside. So that's all I like to say about it. I gotta dry that in a second, but I also want my board for my second project to be white, and this isn't really white, it's like buttermilk by Deco Art. But while I'm painting, I'm gonna go ahead and slop some paint on here. I don't think either one of these projects are gonna be real time consuming. I was trying a few minutes ago to figure out what I'm going to do on Stencil of the Month Club. I just wasn't feeling real inspired with those stencils, but I think I've come up with something. And then I was trying to figure out what I was going to do Sunday for Stencil Soul Sisters, and I kind of got that figured out if I can get what I want. Need a little more paint. I'm not going to do the edges on the big one yet. I'll go back and do them later. Make them black. All right, I've got time for this one to dry on its own, I think. So I'm just going to set it aside and let it do that, or try to. Put that in some water, wipe the paint off of my hands before I have it everywhere. Because you know me, that's what I do. I don't know what the temperature is here today. I haven't even had time to look. And my watch isn't telling me. Okay. All right. Let's get this back here and dry it just a little bit. Set that white paint aside. Let's see, am I going to need it again? Yeah, I am. All right. So where is my dryer? Right here. While I'm drying that, I will say hi some more. Hey, and Odd, hey, Colleen, how are you? And Linda, how are you? And Leslie, good to see you, girl. Hey, Kathy. Hey, Lois. 49 there. Cheryl, I think it's probably about the same right here, but I haven't been out, and my watch, for some reason, isn't picking up the temperature, so I don't know. I know it was around 50 yesterday. I had the St. Louis Channel on this morning, and I kind of heard parts of the weather, but I didn't listen to all of it very well. I think it's good and dry. All right, take this tape off. And this doesn't need to be perfect, and it's not. All right. I am going to Mod Podge in the white area, and I hope that'll be enough. I'm just using matte Mod Podge. This was such a huge bottle, I didn't think I would ever use it all up, but I'm getting close. I'm going to need to get some more. All right, let's see what we got here. I like this rice paper. Wasn't sure if I had that all the way out to the edge or not, but it seems like I do. All right, I'm going to dry this and then put a top coat on it before I finish it up. So, hey, good morning, Gloria. How are you? Hey, Ken. Hey, Helen. 39 in Vermont. Ugh. We're not that cold, I don't think. I hope not. If you hear rustling about in here, it's my kitten, I think. He was asleep in the window, but obviously when he heard me talk, he woke up. And he loves it in here. He loves to get into everything. I don't know where he's at, but I can hear him. Come here, Milo. Come here, buddy. Come here. Come here. You want to meet everybody? Come here. Oh, come on. This is Milo. He's the newest member of the family, and he's ornery. Anyway. He kind of just came up and adopted us, and he was so cute I couldn't resist, even though I did not want another cat. Got a little wrinkle right there, but I'm not worried about that. Thank you, Colleen. He is a cutie. His hair just sticks out all over. We thought he was a girl till we took him to the vet. Turns out he's a boy, so we had to change his name from Muffin to Milo. All right, let's dry this. I shouldn't need any more Mod Podge, but I'll leave my brush out just a minute. have that on heavier than I intended. It's getting kind of thick. I probably need to go ahead and buy a new bottle. Dried. Yeah, he does find lots of toys in my craft room. 81 in Florida. Ah, that sounds beautiful. Hey Marilyn, how are you? You had a gray one, and I've always kind of wanted a gray one, and I've never had a long hair, and I know I'm gonna hate hair because my dogs don't shed, and my other cat, it's short hair, but yeah, I have lots of hair to keep after, I imagine. He's just so cute, and I didn't want him to get run over or be hungry. He's trying to climb up my leg right now. I might well get him, buddy. Spots where I had it kind of heavier. There were thick spots of the Mod Podge. Okay, now I am going to use, wherever I put it, dark wax, kills dark wax, and put that around the edges. Block that just a little. The dark wax makes kind of a nice color for a frame. And I'll do the edges of the board later. Okay. I am going to stencil. Let me see. I need to look at this a minute. And put my bow there. Okay. So along here, on the side, I'm going to put Santa Claus. And this is the Essential Stencil 1-inch letters. Stencil brush. I'm going to use the same paint I was using, the light buttermilk. Put that up into the bristles. Offload. And I'm just going to hold this, I think. I think it could probably use a second coat, so I'm going to dry it real quick. Okay. And you got to have that good and dry, because if your paint's wet, adding a second coat will just move the paint around, not really help anything. Okay. There is Santa Claus. And then, let's see, am I going to still want this white? No, I don't think so. Okay. I'm going to make a bow, which I have strips of homespun and then some white cotton lace. I get the 4-inch squares from Jubilee Fabric and then just tear them into strips to make like just a raggedy bow. I'm going to use my Bodabra. Just to alternate my colors. I stacked these all up, so now I got to separate them so I can put them on here. And I just leave the raggedy edges. You could cut them rather than tear them if you don't like that. Oh, and once again, I did not put my jute in there. Leave it to me, but it's okay. I'll work it out. Some white lace. I just keep adding until I've got enough to make a nice bow. Yeah, got it. I think this is enough. get some jute. Now, if I can get it out of there without it all falling apart, since I didn't put jute under there. I think I got it. Take the jute. Pull that tight. Just leave some of the jute. Take it and shake it. All the ravelings are flying all over my table and me. Okay. I'm going to put my bow here. Here's my hot glue. And I could and maybe will trim up some of the edges, but for the most part, I'm happy with them. Okay, then I've got a reindeer from Totally Dazzled's Christmas collection. Let's see. Like that there, so I'm going to cut it off. Yeah. All right, here's project number 1. Santa Claus. I didn't have that on screen all the time, did I? Sorry. Okay. That's the first one. The second one, yeah, my board's pretty dry, but I better dry it just a little bit because I'm going to use a transfer from the IOD Kitschke Christmas. And that's a limited edition IOD Christmas 2024, and it's out of stock at Decoupage Central. But if you really want it, you could probably find it online somewhere by Googling it. And I put the name of it in the description of the live. And also the stencil, but those are also out of stock. I don't know if they're going to restock them. I hope so. There's been a lot of people wanting them. All right, I think that's dry now. So, the one that I'm going to use, I think is adorable. I'm going to use that. That will do, except I see some there that I don't want on here that I need to trim off. Right there. These are all on I'll show you. They're on sheets, and so I got part of the bottom one. They're just all on these 8.5 by 11 sheets, so you just cut out whatever you want to use. All right, let me find my embossing tool. Which I'm not using the one provided. I'm using the one for Cricut. You can get them a lot of places. I got mine on Amazon, but I think Walmart, probably Hobby Lobby and Michael's, and lots of other places have them. I like it because it's a little bigger, and for me it's easier to hang on to. Getting the edges started is always the hard part, I think, on rub-ons. If you don't have everything, then lay it back down and rub it some more. Okay, we're going. Little thin stick arms are fun too. I think I need to use a piece of tape to get that pulled up. Moving on, maybe. Okay, he is so cute. All right, I'm gonna use, believe, let's see, bow will be over here. All right, use ceramic oak black. Grabbing another 5/8 inch brush. The mini round dome brushes would work well too with these letters. Both directions. Make sure I've got everything. All right. There's believe. And then I want to make another bow. Try to remember to put my jute on there this time. Oops. Okay. Some of this I have dyed using the coffee mixture to give it a grungy look. There's no magic number of strips to use, just whatever you like with the bow dabber. All right, this time I will pull it out the right way and tie it. This is not going to be as big a bow because it's not as big a piece of wood. Yeah, I went heavy with red and green on this one because that's mostly what colors he's got. And I don't really want it covering him. So, down here in particular, I may do some trimming. At least get the ravelings off that are going to be in his face. Okay. And I'm using Totally Dazzled again, this pretty little set of bells. Okay, there he is, Believe. I think he's cute. Cute, cute. I don't want to cover his hat that much, but I don't want to cut that back too far. There. All right, I'm happy enough with him now. All right, you guys, thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate it. If you're in the club, I'll be the one doing the live this Saturday. And if you're not, I'll be live Sunday on Soul Sisters. Stencil Soul Sisters. I'll be on my page and in their group. So it's always a fun time. We all, just a bunch of girls that love essential stencils. So anyway, thank you, you guys. You have a really good day. I'll show you the first one again. This one and that. That's what we got today. So thanks for joining me. I hope you can join me sometime this weekend, but I know weekends are busy. Cheryl, you're sweet. Thank you. I love you guys, and I appreciate your support, your time. I know everybody's got busy schedules, and for you to take a few minutes out of your time to spend with me, I truly appreciate it. Don't take it for granted. All right, you guys, I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.